Hey, beauties, and welcome back to the Not Just Another Mom podcast. I am your host, Leslie, and as always, I am so grateful that you are here with me this week. Okay, I'm a little uncentered, and I always get confused. Okay, because this is one thing you probably don't know about me, or you might know. I don't know why you would know. Anyway, I am a certified yoga instructor. And one of the things that has been ingrained in me since going through that training is alignment. And things have to be like positioned in perfect alignment, like especially in the body. So when I'm looking at this screen and I see my face off center, it kind of sends me squirrely. So that's a fun fact or Leslieism for you. But anyway, I digress. Let's dive in. Okay. I recently had a huge intuitive moment. And we're going to dive in today. We're going to talk about our intuition and how this can guide you in your business. Things become clearer when you listen to your intuition. This is like your supercharger for quantum leaping your business. And this and what we're going to talk about next week, like these are the things that will supercharge your business. If you've taken care of the first few steps that we've been talking about the last week, and those become solid and ingrained in you, these next two are going to catapult your business like no other. So, I've had a few actually where the intuition just becomes so strong that I know I can't sit back and wait. So, one, for example, was the answering the call YouTube experience. If you haven't done it, you can still sign up, you can still go through. It is absolutely amazing. But one of the key that was a moment where I knew I couldn't wait and get things perfect. I knew it needed to get out there now and it needed to get done. So I did it. I wasn't ready, I wasn't prepared, but I did it. And the other thing was once I learned about this new device that I think I talked about last week, maybe the Healy. It works with your bioenergetic frequencies. Anyway, that was a intuitive moment that I knew I could not pass up. I knew I needed to get it done and taken care of, like ordered, bought the t-shirt, all the damn things, got on the bus. It literally for me felt like a giant shove from the back, like you need to do this, go do it. When you are tuned in to your intuitive nudges and you are listening, they become so hard to ignore. And when they become so hard to ignore, that is when your fears begin to dissipate. That is when they begin to fade away. You just know this is meant for you. You are meant to do it, and that is that. And it's going to lead you exactly where you are meant to go. You've heard me talk about before that, like, you are given the ideas that you need for you. They're not coming to anybody else. You're not being guided down a different path. You've heard me use the example of a school, karate school before. You are not given the idea to start a karate school. That is not in your radar. But when you are given the idea to start this business, to have more in your life, being called for a life of luxury, and maybe you're not called for these things. That's okay. But I'm just using these as an example. These are things that I have been called for. Being called to make a massive impact in your business. You are being called to show people how to live life differently because that is the way I am wired. I am wired to live life differently than the average person. And I know that's what I'm being called to. So when I feel these strong intuitive nudges, these strong pushes, this is where my business begins to shift. And this is how it works for you too. With these things that you are being guided to do, you are, these are like a roadmap for you. And when you choose to listen to them instead of ignoring them, that is where you create the quantum leap in your business. That is how you multiply your success times 1,000 because you've already put yourself in a place of grounding and rooting in who you are. You've built and repaired the foundational structure of your business and yourself in order to build the massive empire that you are being called to. You have taken care of your strength and your confidence and created that belief for yourself in yourself to get your momentum going. Once you, that is one of the biggest pieces. And like these pieces can be worked on in different orders, but when you take care of these things, it just amplifies everything. It's like, have you ever seen those? I've never actually done it, I don't think, or maybe I tried it and it didn't work. Anyway, when you take a magnifying glass and you use it to like start a little fire with the sun's rays, that is what you're doing when you take care of these things. And then by choosing to listen to your heart, your body, your feelings, taking your mind out of it, because our mind is what limits us, you create an open channel. You create the open channel for these intuitive messages to be heard loud and clear. And when they're heard loud and clear, you know it's time to take that mother effing action. You know it's time to change yourself, to change the way you show up. And when it is so clear and so effortless or so loud, these steps become effortless. And that's what catapults your success by continually working to develop and deepen and clear and release and all these things. But it doesn't have to take a long time either. You can have massive shifts and massive success quickly. And I think that's part of what we think has to happen in our business and in our life. It has to take a long time, but it doesn't. It doesn't have to take a long time. Yeah. So let me. Yeah. And when you come from this place of just, I can't wait to get this out. I'm so excited to get this out. Like we talked about last week, there's that energy behind you of the excitement, and it just feels differently and you glow differently instead of coming in from, oh, I have to get something out. I don't know what I want to put out. I have to create a new offer. And there's that vibe behind it. But when you receive those intuitive downloads and those PowerPoint pieces, that's when you create the massive success and the massive momentum you're looking for. I know you've had these nudges before in your life. I know you have experienced these moments because, like I always say, you wouldn't be here if you didn't. You wouldn't be here if you didn't understand what I am expressing. So learn to listen. Learn to listen to those intuitive nudges because they are guiding you to your fastest path of success. Okay, what else do you need to know? Okay, how to strengthen this muscle. You can strengthen this muscle by following. First off, I always highly encourage meditation and breath work. Those are always keys to strengthening because you have to quiet the mind in order to get those messages out there or to be able to hear the messages that are coming in. So when you take these moments and close your eyes, connect to your breath, it allows you to get grounded, centered into your body. And then just allow yourself to be. Don't force things to happen or come into your mind. Don't judge yourself if nothing comes. That's part of the intuition, is the quiet and the stillness. And then just pay attention. Pay attention to what comes up for you and what comes up for you in your day to day. Sometimes you will be running on autopilot, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But pay attention to those nudges that are like, hey, you need to go do this. That's where the magic happens. That's where the action steps take in. Yeah. So listen to those intuitive nudges because they are your catapult to success. They're the magic quantum leap, I guess, that you are looking for. Okay, guys, I think that is it coming in for you today. And thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week.